Okay, good day. And it's a stinking hot day here, and some guy's going around with a mower outside, so hopefully that doesn't affect the sound quality too much. Anyway, so today we're moving on to the next World Championship match. Steinitz versus Chigorin, kind of a rematch because they'd met in the second Chess World Championship. This match was pretty close. Chigorin definitely had his chances. He lost in the end, and it was quite an error-strewn World Championship match. So we'll just go here and start looking at the games. So top right chart, you can see the profile of the games. This was once again a first to 10 wins, or there was one of these maybe rules where you need to be 1 or 2 games ahead at the end of 20. So it was 8-8 after 20 games, and then pretty quickly Chigorin did a couple of blunders and the match was over. Now you can see the X marks there. There was blunders in match 4, which I think was a blunder from the game was already over. So we're going to look at 3 blunders. It could be different though. It's 3 blunders in this match from games 7 and games 10 and games 23. Now, so you can see that if Chigorin hadn't blundered, he would have been much closer to being world champion, and vice versa for Steinitz. Right, so the first one we're going to look at here is Chigorin is white. You look at the profile of this match. Material's been balanced, eval's been balanced. It's been a fairly steady game until here we are on move 23 for black. And actually I've gone one move too far anyway, so that was the position. Black played knight takes g2, which is a blunder. Throws away 3 to 4 points in one go. Obviously it's quite a sort of a very fancy piece sacrifice, and maybe if you want to take this as a sort of a tactical problem, have a look at what is wrong with Steinitz's idea in this game. Okay, so let's have a look. So the continuation is, we'll go back here. First of all, knight takes g2 is a mistake. Black has a few choices. Just bishop c7, holding the rook, or bishop h5, retreating the bishop, getting a better position. One of the funny lines here is where he could play bishop a3, right? And you don't take it. You haven't got the position in there because you get there's a check, and then it looks really bad, and basically you're supposed to throw your knight in the way. So you don't take it. You get bishop h3, g3, knight takes d5, he takes d5, and you get this sort of position. Once again, that's basically even, and the knight's sort of bishop's holding there on h3. However, knight takes g2 was played. We go back to this position, so we'll just go through the moves. King takes back the knight, and here was black idea. Bishop takes knight with check. Got to take it with the queen. No other choices. Eval's staying at that +3/+4. Now this was black's idea, and probably you may have seen this. You go queen check on g5. Now what's going on there? Well, it is attacking the rook. Yeah. Rook's unprotected, and it's check. So that's not looking good. Not a lot white can do. He can block or move the king. Either way, he's going to lose the rook. But that's not the end of the story. This is probably what Steinitz calculated. King into the corner. Notice the corner. Notice that it leaves this square here free, which will become important, because now what happens is, okay, in fact, the computer's saying black shouldn't take the rook, right? Yeah, because it just makes it worse, right? But anyway, black took the rook, and now here's the follow-up. This is all the game. Queen takes f7, check. King can go anywhere, really, it doesn't matter. There's only 2 squares to go. 2 goes there, and then maybe this is what Steinitz missed. Rook g1. Okay, there's no sensible way of defending g7. Can't defend it with either rook, right? Rook goes here, gets taken. 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 So can throw the queen in the way. Not too sure how much that helps. So after Rook G1, Black resigned. Right. So that was a fairly brutal realization by Steinitz that he'd actually made a boo-boo. So he basically it was a drawn game, and he threw away the draw by that tactic. Okay, so I'll get back to it later. That's about a 3 stars, kind of a middling type of blunder. Lost a drawn game. The tactic there was a little bit deep, and obviously he'd overlooked it. Although you'd expect these players, obviously World Championship class, to be able to calculate that out, and you know had marginal impact on the match score, because the match score was close till the very end. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the next game, which is game 10. Just give me 1 minute. Game 10. Save what I did there, and then I'll now move to the key position in game 10. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is the position. Let me check this. It's working okay. Good. This position. You can see the profile. Actually, Chigorin is Steinitz. This is another Steinitz player. Steinitz was white in this game. He'd been quite badly behind, but he got back to a pretty even position. And Black has just played knight c6, and the next move, White plays move. Let's play white move g5, and this is quite a funny one. Black played a move and white resigned. So just have a quick look at the tactics, have a look around. Maybe that was too much of a hint. The last move was a bit of a blunder, but in a funny way, unless of course you are Steinitz. Okay, so if you had a chance to look at it, so Black simply played knight e7. Now you look at the point of this queen, right? Can't go there, can't go there, king covers it, can't go there, the black queen covers it, and the knight covers it, can't go there, knight covers it, can't go there, knight covers it, and can't go there, knight covers it, right? So it's quite entertaining that. In fact, the threat was already there. Knight c6 actually was a threat, because even if white hadn't played g5, he still couldn't retreat his queen. So basically, the previous move, you go back a move, should have been playing d4, give queen some loft down on d3, or what's another choice? Let's have a look. Move 30. Bishop takes back there, so I can see bishop take h6 also works, and just queen f5, getting the queen out while there's still time. Anyway, so that was a funny one. Obviously, once again, a game which is kind of drawn, lost by not realizing that the queen's kind of on the open board, but actually you can see it's quite restricted. So that's why that tactic came up, and we go back one move. You can see that's why knight c6, bring the knight back. Actually, we are now threatening there, winning the queen, which. So that's that game, and now I'm going to go on to one more game. So as I'm trying it a bit differently this time, trying to do 3 games in one. Now we're going to game 23. Save what I did there and move to the key position, which is right there. And I'll just get the chart up for you guys as well. Yep, that'll be the one. So just move that across to the right spot. Okay, so just check this screen. Looks very good. Okay, let's have a look. We can see the position here. Now this is the best blunder so far, which I've found. Really shocking. So just have a look at the position. Spend a couple of minutes digesting the position. What are the key things going on here? We'll come back to that position. Anyway, so the move which Chigorin played was bishop b4, attacking one of the rooks. So spend 10 seconds and work out what the blunder was. I don't think there's any real need to look at it too closely. I mean, this blunder's famous. I mean, I think everybody regards this as the worst blunder in World Championship history, and I do as well. So far, in terms of my analysis of the different World Championship games and matches, it has no equal. There can be only one, as it were. Anyway, so what's wrong with this move? I mean, obviously, it's made in two. Rook takes, h2 check, white resigned, because obviously king g1 and rook check there. Okay, so let's go back and see what was going on here. The bishop has been there for a while, protecting that square. And, you know, obviously the point here is that black is well down in this game. You can see he's like effectively a piece down. In fact, he's a piece down. And the only compensation is obviously these two rooks sitting on the 7th rank, which is kind of annoying, right? So, and you know, obviously white's got to work out some way of unwinding. You'd like to set the bishop on g3, but can't do that. And, you know, the sorts of move which are under consideration. I'll just go through one of the lines in terms of way of unwinding. You know, rook takes b7, so let's just follow computer line. I mean, the rooks are there looking really nasty, right? But, you know, obviously can't take the b pawn because you swap one off, it's not as bad. White squared bishop, you know, would want to try and get in the game, which is what he's trying to do. But just cover the, I mean, that's obviously a fairly critical square, so cover that with the rook. So these rooks can't do anything, right? Bishop's covering that square. This bishop can't help the attack. So just the game continues. Grab a pawn, and that allows a fork, and now you're taking that, and you know there's I mean, it goes back there, check. I'm just going to pick up all the pawns, right? And you know, there we go. Threats, obviously, the knight. We go back a bit. We've got threats against the black king with, you know, the two rooks and the knight. You know, still can't take that pawn. Still can't check the back rank. So basically, white should have just played carefully and got out of dodge. However, it wasn't to be. This move. That move is just shockingly bad. Right, the bishop was there protecting. Obviously, forgot it was protecting there, and thought it'd be nice to chase the rook away. And there you go. Now, okay, so that's those three. Tried to cover 3 games in one video. Seems to have gone okay. So now we can go back to our little Excel sheet. Now we had two Steinitz blunders, right? So we'll just copy him, and he's going to go in here. Paste there, paste there. So he's got the 3 stars, and then. The way I assessed the last blunder is it was from a win to a loss. It basically meant the end of the World Championship. It actually blundered in the game before, so it was 10-8, so that was it. The World Championship was over, whereas actually he would have been fighting back to even. I mean, that's a shocking effect on the World Championship. The blunder itself was pretty shocking. It blundered made in 2, and then I gave an extra star, so it ends up 6 stars because it was obvious. I mean, it was such an obvious blunder. Anyway, so what we're going to do is going to take Chigorin, and we're going to put him up here. Now, spoiler alerts is I've got a couple of 5-star ones as we proceed through time. Maybe you'll know which ones they are, but so far I haven't found anything which quite matches Chigorin's sort of impact on the game and the match and sort of the level or type of blunder which it was. Okay, so that is the 4th World Championship match which Steinitz won, and Chigorin, that was the last time we would see him. And then what we'll get to next time is we'll be getting to Steinitz versus Lasker. Right, so we're going along picking the bigger blunders in each of the World Championship matches. So look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much for watching.